Hi guys, this is Katrina Kramlich from Inspired Spectrums, and today I just wanted to make a quick video explaining one of the coolest techniques that I think there is out there to help connect with your child with autism, and that is joining. Joining is what I do when I'm playing with a child or connecting with a child, and they're not actually paying attention to me. So this would be a time when maybe I've tried calling their name or I've tried to continue a game and they've left it and they're sort of doing their own thing. It could be lining up cars, it could be flapping their hands and spinning in circles, it could be walking around reciting the alphabet. Whatever your child may do that's sort of really for their own benefit. They have no interest in whatever you're doing at that time, and they're off. Some people call it stimming, some people call it isming, some people just call it they're in their own world doing their own thing. And so when a child is like that, the best technique that I really have found to be awesome is joining. And so what that means is that we are going to join in with their activity and not exactly like go in and do whatever they're doing right in their face. Joining in is really doing that activity with them by yourself. So if they're lining up cars, you could go out and get your own cars and line them up. If they're spinning in circles, you move to another side of the room and you spin in circles too. The idea is to join in with their game, whatever they're excited about. And I really do like to think of it as that's their game. And so I sort of think, how would I want somebody to play my game? How would I want somebody to be with me and connect with me when I'm not really up for other people interacting? And that would be to give me some space, give me some time to do what I need to do, but also have fun for yourself. I'd want somebody who is going to enjoy it, somebody who's doing it for their own purpose and not just staring at me going, oh, what does that person want me to do right now? But somebody who's really going to sink into the experience and have fun with whatever they can find to have fun with, and that's what joining is. And joining is doing that with your child and creating that bond with them by entering their world. That's what they're into in the moment, and you're going to do that with them and create this bond with them through that sort of activity. And so that's pretty much how you join. That's how you join. You do what they're doing. You give them space. You're not talking to them at that moment. You're not seeking to distract. You're not seeking to play. You're just joining. You're just enjoying that moment with them. So I want to tell you a little bit about why we would join, because if you understand the why of it, then it's easier to get behind the technique and really use it for its full potential. So first of all, you have to sort of understand, and some people do and some people need a little bit more knowledge on this, but you have to understand the sort of sensory systems that our children with autism have. They're very different than most typical people, neurotypical people, in that, sometimes they can see more, they hear better, they hear further, their tactile systems, all of their systems are working differently and maybe hypersensitive or hyposensitive, but whatever it is, it's very different than ours. And at times our world can become very overwhelming, so that might be one of the things that's happening. Also, it could be that all of this trying to learn, all this trying to interact, all this trying to connect has become just too much for their brain. It's just too difficult to process, and they really need to take a break for themselves. Time to recharge, re-energize, whatever it is that they need to do to take care of their bodies, take care of their brains, and help themselves. And so they go off and stim and do their own thing. And so when we join, we're really telling them in a most obvious, tangible way, that's okay. I see that you need a break. I see that you're not able to connect with me right now, and that's okay. I still love you. In fact, I love you so much that I want to do whatever it is that you want to do with you in a way that's easy for you to process. So to me, it's like the ultimate form of acceptance and love in that moment. You're willing to give your child a break and give them some space to take care of themselves. And that's the best technique in my mind. That's the best purpose. But beyond that, there's so much more why joining is awesome, because when you really get into a child's world, when you do it yourself, you have the best opportunity to really understand what it may be like for them in their world. And some children talk, some people don't, and some talk more than others. And until somebody directly tells us what it's like for them, we really have no idea. But by joining them, by doing whatever they're doing and paying attention to all the aspects of it, we are really at our best opportunity to find out what's going on for them. So, pay attention to how their bodies are moving. We can find out by hand flapping that they may need some extra proprioceptive input. They may really like the way that the air feels. They may like the jarring motion. By doing that with them and trying to do as exactly as them, we can really find out so much about what may be happening for them. By lining up cars, we can see that they like order and predictability, also cars. By flipping through pages of books, we can maybe see that they like the way the light looks. Pay attention to what they're looking at. Is it the characters? Is it the words? Is it the abstract details? A lot of times our children can get sucked into the really abstract, tiny details of what's going on. So by really paying attention to what they're doing and trying to experience it for ourselves, we are getting a deeper understanding of who our children are, which again is so wonderful. And then also, we can use what we learn about them to interact with them in a time that they are giving us their attention. So if they're coming over to us or talking to us or looking at us, giving us a sign that they are ready to interact, we then can play with them and use that knowledge that we have now gained about them, about what they like, about what they may need. If they have a sensory need, if they're jumping up and down, they need some deep pressure, we can offer that to them, and we can then play and engage and have fun and use what we've learned about them to help them connect and to help them take care of their bodies. So it's just an amazing technique that is beneficial for us as well as your child, and I love it, and I hope you love it too, and I hope you now understand a little bit about why I do it and why I recommend it, and what you'll find out of it. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear what you guys think and what your experiences are with that. So that's joining. And just a quick note, if you guys want any videos like this personalized, just if you tell me about what your child is into, I can personalize the video and make one for your team or for you. I also make video answers on a variety of topics. I can explain concepts, I can explain techniques. I can also, if you ask me a question, I can give you very specific, detailed knowledge in a 4 to 5 minute video. Explaining all that way more. I can talk way more than I can write. So use this service, this Ask a Playroom Expert service. You can find it on my website on www.inspiredspectrums.com, and I'm so excited to help you guys more. All right, best wishes. Bye.